Jag skickar inviten nu eller?
Okay, so the stream has started now. I should probably tell them as well.
No, I think they're good.
Okay. In that case,
hopefully they're good. We'll see.
Okay. If you're looking at the stream at the same time, maybe not. Well, they're not playing currently,
Yeah,
so
he asked me if he should start. Yeah, I guess that starts in a second.
Okay, so still no game. I'm not even sure. Okay,
Yeah,
now that we started. All right. So this looks decent. All right, so we got this e4 c5.
Can we make arrows now?
Oh yeah, of course we have to play here. So no.
Yeah. So we have c3 Sicilian, one of my favorites. Yeah, I've had this against William a few times.
A knight c6 player here, or does he opt for the bishop e7 like I did?
No, he plays with the knight c6.
Yeah.
I think my game against him recently, I played queen e2. This was played like in the summer of 2022. He castled, I believe, and then I think I went bishop b. No, rook. I went for something. I think I went queen e4.
Queen e4. Oh, okay.
Actually, but this is also logical. Usually, this knight is just gonna go here, and then we get some structure where everything gets exchanged, and white has the initiative, but he will get a weak pawn there and a weak pawn there, so it should be quite equal. Okay, but this move, I think he prepared this move actually in a similar position.
Yeah, I mean,
because I was with him in Greece when he prepared this. But it was against queen e4, maybe.
Maybe.
My memory isn't fantastic. I think. Okay, no, I can't remember the point, but I remember the move. I think.
Yeah, perhaps, I mean, the thing is that d4 might be a potential weakness, obviously. Yeah, if this is preparation, then
there was some clever point. I can't remember it.
Obviously, I don't know.
Something like this, perhaps, could be an idea.
Okay, so we got knight c3.
Yeah, that's the usual move. I don't know. I feel like white is doing pretty good here, especially like if you take this and then play d5, for example, then it's a fantastic position for white.
Of course.
Bishop d3. So he has to take here to try to get some weaknesses.
Now white will have these weak pawns, but at the same time with the kingside initiative.
Yeah, exactly. The structures I was talking about, it's a weak pawn here, but this pawn is super strong, and you can potentially look to. I think everything's working.
Yeah. Good.
You can potentially look to bring out this bishop around now via d3, which I'm guessing he will do. And I would be scared as black.
Yeah,
because this queen on b6, I think he mixed up something, because this doesn't really seem too useful. Yeah. And now next move is queen e4, rook is gonna go to b1. Yeah, seems dangerous.
Yeah, black is rather cramped here, and now the h pawn probably for h5, and black is most likely going to get some dark square weaknesses here.
Mm-hmm. Really, this bishop is not. It's not like he's getting any real counterplay here. I would guess just queen e4.
Oh, the g5. That's also an interesting idea.
Yeah, because basically you cannot take that knight. You need this bishop, and now
the black squares
he's
are
using
really weak.
the dark squares. One idea could be to just play this move knight f6 and then just slowly bring the queen into a6.
Exactly, and then there won't be any dark square bishop either to neutralize the weaknesses, meaning it's going to be extremely difficult for black.
Another idea is to try to swap them with bishop g5. So he plays this one. Probably the idea is to target this one. But I don't know, knight f6 looks tempting. But also you could consider like rook b1 perhaps.
Exactly.
But okay, no, this bishop is actually protecting b5. So you could take them, probably.
But still, I like knight f6 there. c3 I don't think will be an issue ever.
Or maybe it will be, because you can take, and then you can take, and then you can try to get this one back.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no bishop e5 because the knight is defending that square.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe... yeah, I mean, I feel like white is doing good, but maybe it's not so easy. Maybe you could consider... okay, wow. He goes bishop b5, but that feels really wrong. I think knight d4 is an interesting move now. Just forcing those bishops off. Looks like very interesting idea, but although it would mean that you allow...
I mean, there won't be any bad pawn structure left for white, but at the same time, black will probably get...
You can also take, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
Because if you take on e8 in between.
But also, I think like black should be happy with exchanging into an endgame, because this pawn structure could be a potential weakness. So white really has to go for the kingside initiative here, I think.
That's true.
Now, white also has the option to go knight d6 instead of knight f6.
Yeah, but knight d6, you have to consider what happens. Is that pawn really a strength? Because, you know, e5 at any moment would be a bit... yeah, I think h3 is more logical, but now suddenly it feels like, yeah, e6, you cannot really play bishop a4 because of, again, knight d4 ideas. So probably you go back... Okay, he goes to a4. I thought knight d4 is just comfortable for... for black, but...
What is white going to do then? Like, I suppose you'd have to take... And then
you have to take, and then I take on a4, and I get the two bishops, and d4 will be weak, and also
you have to remember that white often has the possibility to go knight f6, and you basically have to take with the bishop. So it's not really a pair of bishops, because the knight on e4 probably neutralizes that.
Yeah, but you're never worse.
True, of course.
Like you could.
But at the same time, as in typical William fashion, he has very little time. And he tries to go for it.
That's not really typical William.
Is it not typical William? No?
He plays really quickly, especially in classical.
Oh.
He used to play very slowly, but that was several years ago now.
No, I'm just thinking about the game between him and Jan Marn. But maybe that was the opposite. I don't remember actually.
Yeah, that was maybe a little bit like that, but that was... yeah, that's true. But now I feel like he's doing really poorly.
Yeah.
This was definitely not the right idea. Although,
at the same time, I kind of like this. Potentially, I like this endgame for black, because you have to remember the bishop on f4 cannot target any weaknesses in the black position.
Oh no, this exchange was not good. Now, because like the thing is, you needed to use this pawn.
Yeah.
And now the problem is...
But at the same time, white has a very active...
You can maybe push it away, and that is a strange move. That is also a bit of a strange move.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know, they're low on time. They're trying, I guess, to...
You always have to look out for king b6 for black here, and that's basically...
Oh, he allows king b6.
Okay.
Okay, that's interesting.
This is 98. That's a rather inactive approach.
Yeah, that was a really bad idea.
Oh, now it's probably winning for Aleksander, right?
It's definitely winning. Because
that's unfortunate.
The a pawn is just way too quick. Okay. This is over.
92, not even 96.
This is over. That pawn is just gonna queen, right?
Yeah, also, remember c3 is kind of hanging, but I don't think you can take it.
You go here. And then you cannot take the pawn.
Oh, that's That's rather
That's
unfortunate.
a sad way to end a. I mean, I feel like it was. I feel like that was the result that I was kind of expecting if you saw the opening.
Yeah,
But
that's
definitely there was some moment where William had almost saved it.
Yeah.
And now I think he'll resign. Yeah.
Yep.
So we should turn the no.
Yeah, we should. No, wait, we don't have to pick the board now. No. Okay.
Okay, so basically we have the same opening. This is gonna be a fun match. We're only gonna have.
Okay, so but it's with the G3 included, so
yeah. So
take with the queen is
this
now.
this is a bit different. I do not know the theory here.
Me neither. But they seem to know.
I think that I'm sure William knows it.
And I'm sure.
I'm
probably pretty sure both knows it.
Yeah, both of them probably know. They play quickly.
Yeah, it's quite a strange dynamic of position, and both of them play extremely quickly. So
yeah, I guess it's similar. This pawn can be weak, but this bishop can decide the game. I think that's probably he should have played knight d4 in the last game to change those bishops. Yeah. I think he would have been fine. But maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. I guess White wants to at some point try to free himself, but the problem is first of all you gotta look out for e3, and also this rook can come to d8 and suddenly, or even a bishop to f5, and it might not be all that easy to.
Also, White has to look for a future in his c2 knight, so he goes knight e3, which was also the idea with a3, because now the b4 pawn isn't hanging anymore. So now knight c4, I would suppose bishop c7, and I'm not sure. Maybe b5.
You could go here, and then you could maybe. Okay, there's a bishop here.
Yeah, that's a bit risky.
I don't know. I feel like maybe a4 could be an idea.
We always have to look out for b4, but I'm not sure if you can take that at the moment.
If you do, then bishop here.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then try a4, a5, b5. Just try to get things going.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Because in the last game he just developed and he gained 0 counterplay against this e4 pawn, and then obviously. You will struggle. So he's doing similar thing. I wonder if he's gonna manage to find anything, because if you allow black to just develop, my feeling is that he will be doing better because he has very active pieces, and this e4 pawn kind of clamps down both these pawns.
Yeah.
So essentially he can in a way be playing with the pawn up if you're not able to find any counterplay. So that being said, he's now trying to harass this bishop a little bit and open up for his own bishop.
Yeah, I like that move. So
yeah, but still, you go bishop c7. Okay, I guess that
you have to realize that you're now giving up both, like the possibility of b5 for white, and also there is potential knight c5, I guess, targeting the e4 pawn, but at the same time.
But you can always take that one, and I'm not sure how much that is. But b5 might be a serious idea. Although b5 you could take on b5. I'm not sure about that either. But he's thinking perhaps he's willing to give up this bishop for opening up the a file. That's not at all a stupid idea, I think.
True.
Because really this bishop is kind of passive against this pawn chain.
Yeah, and White is kind of struggling with his center pawns that haven't moved anything, and you can't really break with d3.
Because of this nice bishop. Probably, I feel like you should. Okay, he plays.
It's really difficult for White to break in any sort of way.
You need to play one of these two moves,
but you can't do either right now because of g6.
Queen on c2, maybe not too accurate. Maybe you needed the f3 move. Maybe queen c2 was therefore a bit wrong. I don't know, because the thing is now knight c4 is also not possible because b5.
But maybe we can just develop like rook c1 and
that's an idea. It's not so easy for black to find anything either. He plays this one. I like this one as well. Idea is very clearly knight c5.
You might also have moves like queen b2, queen c3 to.
He's trying to exchange that bishop now, and now perhaps what you said. Okay, he just takes. Perhaps if he takes with the knight, he wants to go queen c5 or something, or knight c5. Knight c5 played. He's targeting this one. Okay, actually that's a strong move, because now. There's some issues there, like you cannot really retreat this knight because knight is b7, and otherwise this pawn is kind of falling.
Yeah, and whenever you play b6 to remove that knight, c6 suddenly becomes a... Whoa! I did not even see that.
Okay, that's clever. Yeah.
That is very clever.
That's clever.
But what if you just go king h1? Do you go knight d4? Or?
Yeah, then the pressure here is kind of solid.
And also you kind of have to go queen d1 after knight d4.
That too, and also you wouldn't even have to.
But what about if you take pawn takes knight f5? Do you have to take on f5 or?
Like you mean takes, and the knight here?
Yeah. What if you go knight f5? No, wait, it's a check. My bad. I thought knight f5 first.
Knight f5 first is good.
So that wouldn't work anyway.
That wouldn't work anyway, which is the worst part. Yeah, that would never work because like you go here and then he takes and then take. You're just losing a. Oh, you mean the
king h1, knight d4, I suppose. Queen d1 probably.
Queen d1. Queen c4,
oh yeah, queen d4 also.
More clever.
Yeah,
but rook d8. Solid performance from Alex. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's okay now b5. I thought was a bit annoying. Because e2 is gonna fall.
Yeah, this looks not that fun for white. I mean, his pieces are very strange here.
Yeah, b5 played. This is bad news.
What about queen a2? Take on e2. Okay, you can't even go d3 anytime soon because you can just take and defend.
And also there's the knight c3 move if you were to go.
Of course, yeah.
So moving the d pawn now is a very bad idea. True. Yeah, so he tries for counterplay with a4. That feels like a better idea, but still this looks really bad. If he goes down 2-0 after 2 games, he's in trouble, yeah. Wow, I mean, he's super strong, yeah. A5, what a move.
Okay, so what happens if you take on b5, take on b4, now so the knight is hanging
here.
Whoa.
And now you can just take another pawn. 2 pawns up. All of these pawns are not fantastic, I guess. You have to remember that William where did he finish? He finished 4th in the...
he finished 4th in the Youth World Cup under 18, which is extremely impressive. Also taking his last IM nod. So soon that FM title will change into IM. And yeah.
And yet he's getting kind of outplayed so far by Alex. So very impressive performance by Alex. If you remember in his first game, he was down
3-0 against Shimon.
He was down 3-0. Actually, wait, there's a move. Okay, no, there's not because bishop h.
But still, maybe like rook e1.
Yeah, but there will be bishop f3, which is... he plays bishop f1. There will follow bishop h5. I guess.
And I mean,
you could consider
for the knight takes, you can't take on e2 because then f2 is hanging. But
yeah, but so I guess you play rook e1, but then you go here.
What about?
And then knight has to go, and then knight goes there.
Okay, this is very strange. He just goes back.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Yeah. You're not getting anywhere. This is really bad news.
Yeah, he's preventing knight f5, I guess. Okay, rook e1, preparing.
This is really bad news. He was preparing g4, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so bishop f3 is clever.
Starting to take knight h3, but defending with kh2.
Oh, he missed that knight.
Oh, oops, I didn't see that either.
No, me neither. Okay. Wow.
So, yeah, this looks totally devastating.
Yeah, this is over in any second.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna be an exchange down here and a pawn on b2.
Yeah. That's it.
This is resignable, probably. That's devastating for William.
Damn. I guess we should.
Yeah, flip the board.
So basically, must win.
Yeah.
for William now, because you can
considering last Aleksander game, it's not a must win technically.
You can come back from 3-0, but it's difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he plays this e5 instead of c5 move now, and I've seen he's kind of opted for this in the most recent tournaments.
Yeah, perhaps he's actually changed up one of his openings, which that's something new.
True.
I have not experienced William changing up his openings too many times. Yeah, he's usually...
He used to be an e5 player, though, I remember back in the day. But then he kind of switched to the dragon. I don't remember when, but probably for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, at least.
At least.
I played him in the Sicilian for the first time in like 2018, but this is already bad. You can just go knight g5.
Yeah, but he opts for that.
But knight g5 was just strong, I And then you just get that bishop.
Okay, f5.
But now, okay,
I mean,
f5
he clearly goes for some very dynamic play with the idea of trying to.
Yeah, going for dynamic play in a must-win situation is perhaps.
I mean, it makes sense though.
I mean, yeah, you kind of have to.
Yeah, you can.
Because
you don't want the draw.
Draw is perhaps fine, but
Yeah.
the problem here is it's just bad dynamic play. I feel like because like this rook is active, this king is weak. You're not really getting anywhere on the f file. I don't really get this at all, actually. So I guess he's
So
gonna try
c6 makes
but
sense.
then queen takes d6, so you can.
Oh, you can do that. Oh,
Can you play c6? This is already. And now knight
Knight
can
f5.
knight f5.
Oh.
This is already very close to being very scary. Because obviously there's a pin.
you can also take an e8 first and then
Yeah,
knight
you could do that as well. But then you're allowed this bishop to come here, so maybe you could.
Yeah, but at the same time, knight f5, you can possibly go rook e5. I'm thinking, so he goes for this
So he
first.
does take.
Yeah.
And he took with the queen, which puts him in another pin.
Yeah, that's a bit strange. Wait, is this
It's just straight up losing. Because queen a5, bishop takes this. Wow.
Oh.
Oh no.
William is getting crushed.
No. Oh. That is not good news.
Is this going to be an upset?
I don't know. It might be, but look at the chess.com rating. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
true.
so much of an
Yeah,
upset.
I mean, they don't see it on the stream, but William has
Oh,
significantly
they don't
lower.
see it on the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. William has 23.78 and Alex has 26.40. And now we've been disconnected. But I guess he will resign. Yeah. Yeah, he resigns.
Okay, so the next game.
So now it's actually must win.
So, yeah, so
Now it's actually a must win situation for William. If he loses this game, it will be at least a tie. And I mean, if you're down 4-0, yeah, good luck.
good luck.
So basically, a very important game for him.
So
now.
it's turned into this Catalan, it seems. So
Yeah, you know more about this than I do.
yeah, I don't remember exactly what Aleksander played in this game against Shimon, because I don't even think he's played against the Catalan. Okay, so he opts for this b3 against the closed. Usually I try to go for the e4 break. This is obviously also viable.
He's gonna do so as well. But that is yes.
Exactly, you're allowing this bishop a6.
So now he's gonna have to maybe bring his knight back to d2
Mm-hmm.
before going e4.
Black oftentimes has this b5 idea here, and maybe not in this current position, but
Yeah, I think he's preparing one of these moves.
exactly.
So this one is gonna come now, but
c5 is extremely complex.
probably he's gonna play it because if you take this, you're always worse.
Exactly.
I guess that's the rule. Yeah, so he plays c5.
Do you take on d5 or do you play e5?
I would not like to have this one in a must.
Not in
Because you
like,
know that
I hate these types of positions.
and you
in,
know your
these
opponent.
games.
You know your opponent has a better day than you at the moment. And I think honestly, I feel like the position is probably all right for black already.
Yeah, I feel like this is the type of position that Aleksander prefers over William, because William is quite positional in a sense.
Yeah. Alex is
well, this is just
quick and clever.
Whoa.
He
Yeah,
takes back on
you can't
d5.
really. Oh, I don't know.
What is that move?
Well, you don't
He's
want to
gonna
take with
play
the
knight
pawn.
f6 and try to take with the queen. No.
No, but then you go bishop b2.
Yeah,
but
that's not even good. Kind of dislike doing.
yeah,
What was the problem with taking on d4?
I don't know. Maybe you
plays-
can take on e6.
He plays
I'm
knight
not sure.
f6 by the way, and then he takes with the pawn.
You have to look out for possible
So now you go
d3
queen
moves.
d3,
Yeah,
I
queen
see,
d3
because
moves.
also there's a massive threat of b5.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
And
So
he
he does
allows
allow.
everything. But I guess maybe his idea is to play queen d3 now.
Yeah, but you also have to look out for possible c3 moves. So after takes queen takes d4, for example.
Yeah, but you can take and you take back.
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't know. I feel like
So let's
he
take
takes
with
with
the
a
knight.
knight. That's smart, I guess. Yeah, bishop c5 played. I guess you're gonna bring a rook.
Or
You brought that rook.
I like this position for white, partially because the f5 square is extremely weak. I mean, you'd love to put a knight there, but the knight isn't really available to put there.
But I don't.
D4 is just also very weak.
Probably he's gonna just make some random move now, and then he's gonna tempt William into taking this.
Yeah.
And maybe that works, and probably it doesn't because there's a rookie one.
Yeah.
In the end.
Maybe you should just play H3 like prophylactic.
Yeah. H6. But H3 is not a prophylactic move because rookie one is still gonna be there.
Oh, of course.
Because C1 is gonna hang in there.
This is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I would not like to be William here in a must-win situation.
But you possibly have this bishop e4 idea whenever the knight is removed from.
You gotta watch out for this one, though. It might happen at any moment. Right now, probably you can just kick it out somehow. But rook landing there is always because, for example, rook e2. If you were to go bishop f3, I might consider taking bishop into c4. He takes bishop into c4 first. Okay, but now it's good for white, surely.
Yeah, I mean, you can just take on c8 and then exchange it into the endgame. And I'm not sure if that entirely works.
Take on c8.
Take.
Taking
Queen
b4
takes.
is extremely risky.
I know, because then there's rook c1 and then bishop f1.
Oh, but you could take there as well. I missed that.
Yeah. So he doesn't go for that.
He wants this bishop here, and then he wants pressure here and pressure here.
I mean, and also bishop d3 possibly.
Bishop d3 is a possibility.
Yeah, exactly. If the
okay, now finally William has one good position.
Yeah.
But the question is if you fail to, the problem is if he fails to convert, probably I would go bishop c1 here.
Yeah, bishop c1 makes
in
a
a
lot of
heartbeat
sense.
because
then
then
you have possibly you can take on h6 and then go queen g6.
I think bishop c1 was super strong.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
now
not sure the point of a4 though.
No, this one.
You'd want to go there if you had a rook on a1 because then you could go bishop a3, but now there's no support on.
He wants this one.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm not even sure how much that gains, and also you can always consider moving a rook to e5. I definitely think. Okay, maybe he wants to trap him. Maybe he wants a5, and then he wants to provoke rook e5, and then he wants queen g6. That would be a funny way to.
So he does just. Now the thing is, you can't really take on d4 and then
queen g6, queen takes c4 is the trap,
and then take on f6.
Yeah, but then you're not better.
True.
It's probably a draw there. So queen back and queen back.
Now it would still go bishop c1 and then bishop f4.
Yeah, but now it's not as impressive because now you had this bishop h6 thread in the other position.
You might still have it possible to go bishop f4 and then take on h6.
Yeah, you might have it, but now he does it now, but it was definitely better before.
Yeah, he also has quite a major time advantage with above 1 minute.
Yeah, basically, I think he has to convert this one.
Yeah. I mean, surely he's gonna win this, right?
Are we muted on the Discord call, by the way? I hope we are.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so
he must win this. If he doesn't win this, I think it's already closed over. But
so wait, why is there I just saw this notification. Oh, that means we're streaming. Okay, it's fine.
I mean, obviously you're better as white, but how much? King g2 probably.
Yeah, you're just gonna slowly improve, and eventually you're gonna win the d4 pawn. Okay, so he goes back. Not sure why.
Me neither.
Okay, just king g2. Why not?
This maybe.
Potentially.
That is really interesting. Yeah, g4 played. And then now he has a big threat of g5.
Yeah, and although it seems like the bishop on c3 looks good, but it's not really that good because it can't get back and defend.
19. Yeah, this looks like William is on the brink because now hg g6. This is just.
This looks horrible.
Yeah, but he's considering bishop g5. That's strange to me. He takes this. Knight goes d4. G6.
You have to go g6, right?
Knight has to come back.
Now bishop f4 maybe?
Bishop f4 is one idea for sure. He finds it.
Ooh.
Now it
looks very, very bad.
It looks closed over because gf7 is a massive threat. Okay, he is
surviving.
But queen a8, maybe.
Oh. Does that work?
No, you take on d6 first, and then queen a8, and then it's over. Oh, he has to find that, surely. It's so easy.
Taking on d6, you have to do it first, right?
It's so easy.
I mean, also you can take on f7 first, and then go queen a8. That works as well, like taking on d6, queen takes, g takes f7.
Oh my god. he doesn't play it.
Okay, but it's the same.
Okay,
The
yeah,
queen
he
eight.
finds it. He finds it.
Yes.
He
Okay,
finds it.
so
So we have a match at least.
yeah.
If
Is he also gonna do a comeback? Who knows?
if it would have been 4-0, then I think it would have been over already. But
Yeah.
now we have a match.
Exactly.
Turn, right?
Yeah. Turn.
So, but the problem is now you won one game, but there's another must-win game now.
Yeah.
So he goes for Sicilian, and we have another Aleksander.
Sorry.
Okay, so wow,
Yeah, this is
Are we gonna
another
get-
move order, no?
are we gonna get a comeback, or are we gonna get another loss?
Yeah.
For
So
William.
is it going to be the same? Because I feel like.
Yeah, this is the same as we had last time, like right?
Is he still gonna go queen b6?
No,
I don't know.
I'm sure because I'm pretty sure that we were debating because I was trying this queen e4 move against him,
Oh yeah.
and he was like, and in that position, I think queen b6 is the right move.
Yeah.
For some reason.
And also then b2 could possibly be weak if you move the.
Yeah,
first row bishop.
exactly. Because you stop this one from developing. Perhaps
Yeah.
that's even the point.
Yeah.
Because I think I was.
So he goes there anyway.
Okay, that probably means I'm wrong and he's right.
Yeah.
Because
But he was thinking also because he probably forgot that there.
But no, but this has to be the idea. Maybe.
Yeah, and also remember now the queen isn't under attack.
Maybe this is the
the
way to be able to bring them.
Yeah.
But okay, but it looks so bad. Why did he play like this?
But also if he.
But it was so bad last time. Why is he going for it again? Although it did work out for him. He had
Yeah.
some chances which he missed.
Now the question is he going to go queen e4 or is he going to go?
So we have the
knight
exact same. Exact same.
f5? Okay, so what was it, queen a5? Exactly. the same.
I wonder who's gonna deviate first.
Yeah.
Do you remember what he played now? He played
Yeah.
b5. He goes for it again. Now I'm really curious about one of
Yeah.
these moves. Why isn't he playing one of those? And he plays knight
Okay,
b4
yeah.
now. Yeah, because this one was what I was thinking.
Yeah,
about
maybe
last
watch
time.
the stream once.
Yeah.
It was like a delay, but now we remembered it. Okay.
And then
So-
he takes with the queen.
This might actually get into like opposite color bishop endgame if you.
Yeah, but this was my idea always to bring this one and to be able to because if you can take that one,
Exactly.
then you're doing good.
Yeah, precisely. Because then the pawns are on the wrong colors for white.
Yeah, and the problem is if you go knight f6, then he takes this one now.
And d4 will always be a weakness here.
d4 is way, and this bishop is like the worst of all the minor
Yeah.
pieces. This one is the one you don't want.
Yeah.
That being
also,
said-
rook takes d4 ideas might be possible. Maybe not now, but
Yeah.
also you can go
if
rook
the
d7, rook d8.
Although
Okay.
I'm really concerned about bishop g5 now. I feel like he should have addressed that move. Bishop g5, bishop f6 is kind of a scary idea, but
Yeah.
okay, I don't really understand the point now.
Okay. But now I got rook d7 at least.
Now rook
Ooh, rook
d4 is
d4.
available at least, but he's probably intending queen f4 or something.
Yeah, and then maybe
But-
queen e8.
Yeah, or just bringing the rook.
Yeah, true, but
It looks fine.
perhaps you can
It looks fine.
somehow get the bishop
Why is
to
rook
f6
takes d4? Oh, he
direction.
plays rook d4. Do you think is he gonna go?
Oh, how is that gonna? Oh yeah, that
No,
won't
no,
work.
it's not even close. Did he just blunder rook d4?
I don't know, but it was quite hard to prevent. To be fair, because you're just gonna go rook d8 anyway.
Yeah, but why did he? I mean, bishop g5 looked like
Yeah,
such a natural
maybe-
move.
Or maybe he wanted to go to f2 to defend the pawn, but he didn't do that for some reason.
Yeah,
I would suppose maybe you can go
bishop c5.
bishop
I guess.
c5 with king h1.
Blocking that one out. He doesn't. The question is now though that is he because like again he has to win this game considering the position he has. You know, one blunder could change everything. So I think it's a crucial game. If he wins this one, he's obviously back in it.
Yeah.
If he loses this one, he is probably losing
Sure.
because it's difficult to get back from losing
Sure.
a game like this when you have a winning. I mean, these
This is
pawns are so bad also.
Yeah, they are bad, and you're a pawn down, and the bishop is worse on g3. He
Yeah,
could
and-
have possibly gone bishop f2, but you won't keep the pieces on the board if
Also,
you.
there's so little attack here.
Yeah.
There's so little attack. The problem is rook d1 does not really work because you're able to take on yourself. I think.
Maybe.
So,
Yeah.
so how is he gonna? I mean, one idea I would consider is just to bring this bishop around. I think there's also.
Yeah, why not? Like,
Okay, so white is probably gonna do this now. Try to sink that one into f6.
that's a bit.
And this
annoying.
one is not really possible again because of queen takes f7. So you have to move this rook.
I mean, it could maybe.
It feels like there's compensation now. This is really, really, really scary. I think
I mean,
this is
rook
bad.
c7.
Bishop f6. How do you prevent mate?
okay, so you have to go.
You have to go
f8.
bishop e7 or
Yeah.
bishop f8. But the thing is, like,
Bishop
even
b7
if you
doesn't
go
even help because you just.
yeah, because you have queen f8 in there,
Yeah,
and
true.
no queen h7 like this. But this is super
Yeah, it's a
scary.
bit.
This is not.
It's quite a passive approach from William.
I think he should go bishop f8. Yeah, he
Yeah.
plays bishop f8. And
Now
then
possibly.
he can put a pawn on h6, but okay, h6 is not possible anymore. Rook h7 is a dying threat. I mean, if you allow that, you lose.
Yeah, you have to go like. But if
No, but
h5,
this
I
is
mean
over.
g4.
h5, rook takes h5 is over.
Oh, so he's
And now
allowing rook
rook
h7.
h7 is over. This is over.
Yeah.
Rook h7.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Lights out. Wow. Wait. Maybe not. King takes. Queen check. There's bishop h6.
Oh, I missed that as well.
But bishop. And then you have queen f8, and this rook is protecting f7 also.
Oh.
So I'm just kidding. This is not at all over.
Okay.
And his
what
idea is
about-
if queen h4, he can go h5, and if g4, you can go rook takes e4. And you can also, in that position.
But you also have to remember, maybe there's queen g5 instead of g4.
So h5, he has to play. Okay, he can play h6 also.
Yeah, h6, like, I like that.
h6, okay, he plays h5, and queen g5, as you said, I think should be played.
And then if king h7, maybe
Then-
g4. Because you have to remember
But
that
g4, there's maybe. Okay, goes queen f4. But now you can go.
maybe rook c4.
I thought queen c6.
Yeah, queen c6.
Try to take this one with the queen.
Maybe you can try to
But it's-
somehow
it's
go
rook
queen
h5.
b5 and sacrifice on f1.
It's rook h5. Okay, he plays queen
Yeah,
b5.
because if you get the double rooks, you can suddenly sacrifice on f1 and just exchange everything.
Yeah, if he takes an h5, you mean you can take.
Okay,
an
but what happens on rook takes h5?
But you still have bishop h6, so it's not.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
it's not a problem.
if rook takes h5, can you take on f1 or?
You could, but gh5, I think is just place it.
Oh.
Gh5, queen g5, king h7.
But you have no way of
Queen
taking
H-
h6, no? Oh wait, f1 is hanging, of course.
Yeah, yeah. F1 is hanging, so I think you can take. Yeah, he's taking it. Okay, who's gonna win now? Actually,
Yeah, f7 is defended by rook as well.
f7 is defended, and this rook is hanging, and this queen is perhaps ready to come back into the defense as well. And you can use this queen. Perhaps you can also always try to look for this. Is he just gonna move the rook? But where? Like rook here?
No, it goes back. Okay.
But queen takes and rook c1.
Oh, yeah,
It's over.
it's over.
Wow. But he misses it.
But it's still winning, right?
It's still winning, but queen f1 was so easy.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, it's still there.
Yeah.
You cannot really prevent
Yeah, this is just completely over.
queen f1 now.
See it.
I think you have to.
Okay, rook c2. I mean, now you see
Queen f1 is still there. It's
queen e2 as well.
Queen e4 also, and then you have
Yeah, I mean, if someone's mating here, it's black.
probably queen g4, queen g6. Yeah, okay, it's over. But I mean, it's still. I don't
rook
like
d2.
this. You should have just killed the game.
Yeah,
when you
maybe I
had the
didn't see
chance.
it. I mean, it's okay. Rook f4. Now you're
But-
just
But you should kill the game when you have the chance.
Yeah.
Because you know it's blitz blunders. I mean, in classical is one thing.
okay. Now you can just take on
take,
g2 and rook c1. I mean, surely he has to see that.
He's gonna because now you have low.
He doesn't see rook takes g2.
I think he saw it. I think he just didn't want to bother. I think he
Okay.
just. I think he's just gonna push. Yeah, because there's no counterplay. You can just push.
Okay.
I think he's just gonna take no risks whatsoever.
Just take on g2.
Yeah, you can just take on g2. But now he's gonna go rook b1 next move. Okay, that's I guess a simple approach also.
No, he wants to. He wants to keep the pieces on the board. He wants to make this exciting.
I mean, he's really making this exciting.
Okay.
He's not killing the game. I don't like this approach. I don't
But
like
at the
this.
same time, it's impossible to win.
Oh my god. Oh no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't work.
Yeah, but now rook f2.
Okay. Now he has killed the game. Almost. Rook h3 is mate. Oh my god.
Oh, whoa! I thought f7 was hanging out.
Oh my god, what is going on?
Oh my! I'm so scared that. Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, so 3-2. Wow. 3-2.
They're playing rated, by the way, instead of casual.
Okay. I didn't know that. That's William's fault.
Yeah.
Or perhaps perhaps he saw this coming all along.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, if William wins now, it's 3-3.
Yeah. So is this
So basically, this is
again?
a reverse situation of Alex's game, Alex's last match, which is incredibly strange. Well, he's always either being down 3-0 and then coming back, or winning 3-0 and coming back. But the thing is now, when you've won 2 games like this, all the initiative is on William's side.
Sure.
Even though he definitely didn't finish off the last game in the way he should have. There were a few...
I'll be returned so you can...
Okay. So he's pushing for d4 now, I guess. And then he wants to take with this one, and then he wants to bring the bishop. This looks comfortable for William. I guess maybe black is gonna play b6 and react to d4 with bishop. Okay, he goes there. I still think d4 is a good idea. He plays a5, playing against this one, but I really feel like black just is gonna push on here with b5 now and just say that, okay, you can give me a weakness on a6, but I will just take it and then I will try to get my pieces out. Because if he doesn't do that, then d3 even, and basically it's just very cramped. All the pieces are standing on each other's, so to speak. So I think b5 or b5 played. I think really that is something that black is very happy with, because this pawn usually is just as weak as this pawn. So I honestly think it's not a problem. Probably black has almost... Oh! Is that an issue? And now takes... I was disconnected. Takes with the knight. So I guess there's still some initiative for white here. Yeah. We'll see what happens. I think currently he has some ideas of knight f5 perhaps. Looking to... but really it's not too much because queen c7. Okay, he brings the knight to d5. That makes sense. Question is whether he's able to develop this one or not. If he's not able to develop this one, then obviously white will have a small advantage. But if he is able to do it, then it should be just equal. And actually in that position, I feel like this black rook combined with the rook on c8 could be actually pretty good for black. So he's gonna try to basically he's introducing a threat now. If black were to play something careless like h6, you could go e5. So he goes here and then queen e2. But I don't really like this move because really this knight is very passive, and now you're not able to develop this one because of the e5 threat. So maybe you have to play e5. Okay, he brings the queen back, but now we could see a move like rook c1, getting more threats. And now Vidar is back as well. I think once again William is doing pretty comfortably here. This bishop has still not been able to develop, and this knight is passive and kind of tied down to the knight c6 idea. Maybe he can go b3 now and then follow up with rook c5. Feels like white is the one doing good, or what do you think?
Yeah, knight c5 possibly now. I like this. Maybe black will go like bishop b5 and try to exchange the strong knight on d4.
Probably it's not too much, to be honest.
And
maybe
what about rook c5? What do you do on that?
Rook c5. Maybe you go... He goes knight c5. I like this idea you were talking about, just trying to exchange that bishop.
Maybe you don't even exchange it, just go like queen e3 or something, but then...
but then the bishop is always active. So
exactly.
You want to take this bet. So I guess we're going to get an endgame with this bishop against the knight, and we'll see who... Wait. Takes? Okay, you can take with the rook.
What happens if you take with the pawn?
e5, knight d7.
Oh.
But you can take with the rook. Which
maybe you just move the queen and then...
yeah,
you're threatening.
You're not threatening this anymore because of knight d5. So it was the wrong square to move the queen if He wanted to be sneaky. Okay, but he had another idea in mind.
Yeah, now a6 is a potential weakness.
And now, could you take on a6? That's the thing. Like, you could...
Oh, yeah, because c7, c8 is hanging on
You
b6.
could, probably. Like, you would get bad pawns, and perhaps he gets e4, so perhaps you can't.
Wait, what happens on knight a6? So, knight a6...
The problem is, you take this...
But then you can take on... Okay,
But there was a back rank mate also, so you couldn't...
Yeah, I know, but...
Yeah. But I think you could have taken and then gone rook a8, and then there would have been weaknesses everywhere. So who's
But
better?
also, taking on a6 would have been quite a risky weakness when you're, like, hoping to not lose here.
Yeah, when you have all the initiative.
Like, a draw is fine for William, but as long as he doesn't lose, it's good for him.
Yeah, the thing is, if he loses, he can at most get a tie.
Yeah.
And he's the higher rated player, and he has Adrian in his group. That is never an easy match, especially not in Blitz. And who else is in this group? It's
Shimon, and it's third highest rated was
Adrian.
Yeah,
and,
Adrian is second highest,
and
then
Alexander.
Yeah.
And William.
Yeah. Okay. So what about e5 97?
But there's no fork anymore.
Sure.
But then also, I would go maybe.
Yeah. But also, I feel like potentially the black can get a bit naked if you remove the knight on f6. We remove like e5. Because we go knight e5, maybe you can go like knight e4 and try to occupy the d6 outpost.
Yeah, that's not it. But he's down to 19 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to expect here. I think probably I would be expecting a result.
What would have happened if you took on c7, rook takes, and then knight takes e6? I don't know.
Just take.
And then rook takes e7?
Yeah, but I would have taken with this rook.
True.
Rook b4, rook c5, rook c5, I thought.
But then queen takes.
But then rook c4 would have won.
Oh.
So you would have had to take him.
Well, you can go queen f8 first, so probably winning.
Oh,
so e5 is hanging.
No, e4 is hanging.
Oh.
Oh, so now black is gonna win. Yes.
I mean...
Knight g3.
Oh.
It's over.
Is it?
It's over. Yeah, you cannot survive with this king. No chance. This knight is just gonna hop around. And then the
knights
queen
are
is gonna
tricky.
just...
But also you have to look out for background mate.
Yeah, don't play queen d4.
Or knight f4.
Yeah, knight f4 is also not a good move. G6, do you think
you
he's
can
gonna take?
Yeah, it's not working because the
knight g7.
queen g7 is pinged.
Yeah, or knight g7.
Oh yeah, true.
So he's gonna, I guess, try to.
Yeah, I mean,
set up
potentially
something.
do some traps and take the knight on h5 somehow, like get the.
But I was telling you this earlier. I was expecting a good result for black here because I feel like the position was a bit too tactical for William's taste, and especially against that. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's
nice
a rough
bonus
one.
gambit.
So basically, William can at best get a point from this one, and if he loses one more game or even draws, it's over.
Yeah.
So he has to win now.
Okay.
He has to win.
Both of his won games whereas white, no?
No, he won one in the Sicilian, with the
Oh,
knight.
yeah, of course.
He had 2 in a row, but then the last game. I think this is clever. Do something slow. Try to get a maneuvering game, because I definitely think William is the better player in the maneuvering battles.
Yeah.
But I also think that if you get a tactical battle, he will probably end up losing again. So I like his choice here. Try to go for something more positional. If you play bishop takes, rook takes, knight f1, you should drop your bishop back to a7. Okay, he just forces it. Okay. I would have played knight f1.
Remember, if you play b5 here, you can take it and possibly take on f2. So you have to look out for that.
Exactly. So I like black here. He's gonna try to bring one knight like that, I guess.
Ooh, rook g6. Okay, that's aggressive. I mean, I like that.
I mean, he has to.
Yeah.
If he loses, it's over.
Yeah, or if it draws, he has to win.
Yeah, exactly. If he loses or draws, it's over. But usually you don't draw in this blitz game. Have we even seen a single draw yet? Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we have.
One draw.
No, both. There were 4.5 against 2.5. So 2 draws total this tournament.
Okay, 2 draws.
Now, will you take an e3? Will you go and move like queen? What about queen f6? Because you can't take an a7 because an f3 is hanging.
Just introduce some more tricks.
Yeah.
See what happens. Yeah,
Exactly.
playing for tricks is always a good idea.
I mean, this probably is.
And then you go here and then you play for more tricks.
But also, it's not even a trick, no? It's just genuinely
it's just genuinely a good move because you're gonna do that also. Tricks are good if they work.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
William is
so
for choice.
what
Now,
about knight f4 now?
I think you're gonna take it. You're gonna hope for knight takes. And then if queen, okay, you're not even gonna hope because knight f4, so you have to take with the pawn.
Oh,
okay, this is also a nice idea.
Yeah,
he
that's
just wants
true.
to go down like that.
Yeah, I like that.
If bishop takes, maybe you can just ignore it.
Or you can just take it. It should be fine now.
Yeah, but you could also just ignore it because probably he has to play something like knight. I mean, isn't that super strong? Just ignoring that one and just going knight f4. No. but it could be.
Yeah, now knight e6. I mean, you
his,
can't even take
his
it.
idea is g3, of course.
Of course. What if you just ignore that?
Yeah, just go knight f4. Or maybe this one. Okay, but you take it.
What if you take an e3 and then go knight f4 unless he takes with the pawn, but then he's just extremely weak.
Yeah, he's gonna take with the knight if you do that. And then knight f4.
Oh yeah, there's knight g4.
Gf, you have to take and then you could take knight takes. Yeah, that looks really interesting. Take bishop e3 now.
Okay.
See what happens. Because basically this one has to be played. And then you hop in. And then if he takes, you take. But he covers g2, you have to remember that.
Yeah.
He covers g2, so there's not really anything. And if you take.
What if you just go knight f4 instead of taking on a3?
But then you can just take it.
And knight takes? Oh, you have knight g3, right?
Or king h1.
This quite
I don't see anything. The issue is if he spends time here, no one is able to play with little time.
It's going to do something insane, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, he has to. You cannot spend this much time and then do something. One idea I would be interested in.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. So he does.
Whoa, he takes with a pawn. So he was apparently scared of knight f4.
Yeah.
So
as well.
But now it's good for William, right?
Yeah, sure.
Now you can take it a bit more chill.
G3 is just a huge weakness.
Although this knight is really weak, like you could even consider moving this one back.
Yeah, but you can just defend it with queen g5 now.
Yeah, okay, that's true. But you could also consider knight h4.
Knight h4, but what if you take on g3?
Yeah,
with a knight, of course.
Yeah, you should not consider that. But now you can consider knight h4.
Yeah, but then also take on g. Oh,
take on g3, take on g6.
Oh, oops.
But knight h4, there's rook g5. But then you can go knight f3 back. Wait, is that just actually forcing a draw? How do you...
Maybe you can just sack the knight on g5 though.
But knight h4, rook g5, knight f3. If you sack the rook, surely you're worse. Yeah, he finds knight h4.
Are you sure you're worse? Because, I mean, you can't go for a draw. You have to. Because if you draw, you lose the match. So.
Yeah, I mean, he has to try it, but... Oh no, queen e7, what a mistake.
Rook g5, knight f5 as well.
Knight g3, knight g6.
I mean, I would...
It's just over. You could take on f1 and sacrifice an exchange, but... That's just a bad exchange. And he has 19... Yeah, this is over.
What if knight g5?
No.
Yeah.
Queen takes h5, maybe?
Oh, yeah. I thought you had to take on g6 for some reason.
He goes queen g5.
Okay, I like that.
You have to try something, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, knight g6, and then queen g4. And then you bring the rook up to a2, and you're just protecting everything. Like queen g4, queen f6, rook up to a2.
Yeah, rook f8, you have to play.
Okay, he goes to e7.
Now g6 is also hanging.
Yeah, you can just take g6. And then the knight is also... You probably have to go here, and then the rook is able to swing across. Okay,
so goes
I like this idea as well, just bringing the rook to f1.
It's gonna try to trap the knight trap the queen somehow with the knights, like knight g5, knight f6, and just.
But it's not really close.
True.
Yeah, I think Alex is gonna move up to 2 out of 2. He's gonna, I guess, have a bit of a final match with Adrian, and I'm expecting Adrian to do well as well.
Yeah, of course.
Because he's obviously a pretty good blitz player.
Yeah.
Really strong performance from Alex. He did well in the beginning, and then he had that slump, obviously.
Of course.
But then he came back and he won a game, and now he's winning this one as well, I'm assuming. I think probably he was just a bit stronger tactically, yeah. They were pretty even, but tactically he was just a bit stronger. Now this rook is maybe brought here. But there is something hanging there.
Sure.
Takes that. King h6. Alright, because it was maybe a pin. Oh. But okay, if you take this with the king, you're probably gonna lose. I would just go rook. Okay, knight f3 is easier.
So knight h5 maybe?
But there's...
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You just take this one now. I guess you resign.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well played. Should we have an interview with them?
Yeah. I hope they're not gonna play another game. Okay, so William is there. Do we have to...
Okay, should we... yeah, we should probably...
Yeah, we have to try that and see what happens.
Okay, well played, guys.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay, so I guess we can start with you, Alex. What were your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I almost felt history repeating.
Yeah. It was very similar to your last match.
Yeah, and actually, the game I won, the fourth game, was like crazy.
Yeah. We had no idea what was gonna happen there. Yeah, it was very similar to your first match. We also reflected on that. What do you think was the difference today? Why did you? How come that you won those crucial moments when it was pretty even, and then you just won those games? Because we felt like a lot of the games they could have gone either way, and then you usually just won them. What was the main difference, do you think?
So before the match, I thought like he would play like better chess, but I was better at blitz. So
yeah,
I just tried to play quickly in the opening, and then tried to get my chances once we were both low on time, or he was. So I think I did it well. I think so.
Yeah.
And yeah, probably the opening was also fairly important in this match. With white, we both were putting like tremendous pressure, and with black, like failing miserably. So yeah.
Yeah. And what about you, William? What were your thoughts?
I mean, I had some interesting positions, but I didn't play good enough. And when the time scramble came, I just lost everything.
Yeah, we saw some unfortunate blunders there in the time scramble. Well, do you have any questions for the players?
I'm satisfied.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for playing. We'll see you in the next round.
Thank you.